Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is how do new people view you? So new people you're meeting, new people coming into your life, how do they view you? And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on new people. How do they view you? Okay, so I'm seeing a pretty strong dynamic energy. We're going to have to get some clarifiers. I'm going to pull one really quick for 7 of Swords because I'm seeing that you have quite a strong image to new people. But let's just get the 7 of Swords and then I feel like we'll have a good idea of what we're looking at here. Number 1, very intelligent with quite good judgment as well. Oh, with the 5 of Wands. Okay. We have the 5 of Swords on top. Okay, 7 of Wands. Okay. So 7 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. I feel like there's something about conflict here. Either you don't like conflict. The Moon. I don't know why this is coming up, but there's some sort of curiosity around conflict when it comes to you. So with the Temperance and the Judgment, I get that you seem like a pretty level-headed individual. Intelligent, good sound judgment, quite wise as well. With the Lovers, you are attractive. People could also feel like you navigate love, relationships really well. Like you don't seem like the kind of person who would either be like a doormat or be easily manipulated, anything like that. The Strength, very strong character. But with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Wands, I'm not sure why this is coming through, but it's coming through. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the 3 of Pentacles. Something about you, something sort of strategic here. So you could be the kind of person where you don't argue with people readily, or you know not to, I'll be honest, like people don't really catch you like saying things that are super out of pocket or coming at people. People don't expect you to be the kind of person that would just come out and like argue or fight with anyone directly. It's a really interesting observation here. Let's get some more. But something about the way that you carry yourself. 6 of Cups. What an interesting energy. I definitely feel like people are curious about your past. And only because the way that you carry yourself is quite unique. I don't think people meet people with your kind of energy very often. Once again, you come off very intelligent, very adept, very wise. And I feel like a lot of people wonder why you are the way that you are. Like it's a good image, but it's like, what has gone on in your background to make you this way? And one reason might be because your energy and the way that you carry yourself might be different than what people initially expect with this Page of Pentacles. Like people could expect you to be a little more, yeah, just not as like sharp as you seem. But you're balanced. I feel like you're respectful. You have good manners. 7 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. The Emperor. Okay, so this is what it keeps coming down to for you. You have an Emperor energy, and I feel like people recognize it, but it's unique, like it's different. I mean, I just don't think a lot of people that you meet or new people that you meet really meet Emperor energies like yours very often. Once again, you're very clearly very intellectual, balanced, good manners. You carry yourself very well. You could stand up quite straight here. But there's something about it where people don't quite expect you to come off this elevated in your energy. King of Wands. Very attractive and confident as well. 9 of Wands. With the 3 of Cups. Okay, I also got this kind of interestingly as well. So if you're meeting new people, but actually like talking to them or interacting with them a little bit more. Okay, why am I imagining? This doesn't have to be your situation. But say you're talking to someone and they seem just very intelligent and they're talking about things that people don't quite understand. Or say you're all playing a board game together and this person just like is so good at it, or like playing poker or something like that. That's kind of what I'm getting. It doesn't have to be your exact situation, but that's what the energy feels like. It feels like someone's playing poker with you and you're really good at it. That's like the energy that I'm getting, just the way that you act or the way that you carry yourself. And even though I personally don't play poker, I have heard that a lot of times people who are the best poker players don't come off like super sharp and like, I'm so good. Like usually they come off very calm, cool, collected, maybe friendly, a little bit jovial sometimes, but then you quickly see that they're really good at what they do. 10 of Cups, here we are. Okay, with the 8 of Wands. I just heard you have your head on straight. Yeah. So this is the thing. Okay. I think when people first see you, they notice a certain sharpness about you. Like you seem sharp, just the way that you carry yourself, interact, even just the way that you look at people. Like people can kind of tell that you're quite observant, quite intelligent. But the way that you actually talk to people, you're quite warm, quite friendly. You could speak very well. I just heard the kind of person that you'd want to take home to mom and dad. But I feel like for people who are a little bit more perceptive, you seem like you have, that deeper understanding or that deeper knowledge of the world. You're not just like walking around the world like, I'm just going where I'm going and whatever happens, happens. People can tell that you are striving towards something, whether it's the career you want, the relationship that you want. It doesn't feel bad at all. But there is this feeling of there's something that some people might feel slightly threatened by, if I'm honest. But there's also this feeling of if I wanted to fight this person, I can't. Like this person will never openly argue with me. This person will never do anything where I could say, look what they did. Does this make sense? 10 of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, I don't know who this is. I don't know if you're meeting people who are competitive or like jealous or something. This also could just be people who like to see people get tripped up or people who like to gossip or something. 10 of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands in reverse. With the Ace of Swords. New people feel like you're in control of yourself, of the way that you carry yourself, of the things that you share. Now keep in mind, I'm getting sort of a 50-50 energy. I feel like honestly, some people who interact with you don't even quite pick up on this. I feel like they're just like, oh, they seem smart, like they're nice, like they're cool, great. But then there's people who feel, I don't know, like threatened, or 7 of Swords and 5 of Wands, like, just those people who are like petty or jealous or want to gossip about someone, want to talk smack about someone, and they feel like they just can't with you, or they won't ever get the chance to. It's a really weird energy. It's not bad. King of Cups, yeah. With the Fool. I will say, I feel like there's people who are maybe analyzing you in a way here. A lot of people like you. And I think this is where this is coming from with the King of Cups and the Fool. You're warm, you're friendly, you're inviting, you are. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. But you're never going to do anything that, like, you don't really put a toe out of line. You really don't. And, like, don't get me wrong, you don't seem, like, stuffy or anything, but you're just not going to do anything crazy. You're not. You know how to behave. Even if you do, you know, do something that feels kind of spontaneous or something, it's never going to be anything crazy. And I don't know why this is, like, sticking out to people. The High Priestess. You're, like, very much in control of yourself and your life. You're Three of Wands. And the Star. I feel like you're widely perceived this way, but depending on who people are, they react differently. So I'll be honest, if you have people in your life who want to be connected with people who know how to carry themselves, who are in control of their lives, who are smart, who are intelligent, who are strategic in their life in a positive way, but, you know, live their life meaningfully, I feel like people really love this. There's people who are very, very impressed by you. But I think there's also some people that you're meeting that maybe are messy or jealous or petty, who seem kind of bothered by the fact that you seem to be playing chess. You know how to play poker. That's the only way that I can describe it. But once again, you also have a lot of people in your life who I think also know how to play poker. They like having people around them who know how to carry themselves, who know how to manage their emotions, who are smart, who are thoughtful. And, like, no, I just don't think that you're going to be out here scrapping with anybody. Like, you're just not going to be acting crazy. And people know that. But I think you have lots of different people that are coming into your life, or this could be people who are coming into your life. And for the right people, they will recognize this and value this. But you don't fly off the handle. People know it. You're fully in control of yourself. You seem fully in control of your life. I think a lot of people find it impressive, but some people find it kind of frustrating. Maybe there could be some people who are used to messy people. And you're just not easily controlled or swayed in that way. Page of Pentacles. But once again, the craziest thing with the Two of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, you don't come off this way. It's really interesting. Like, you come off as someone, once again, who is nice to be around, friendly, you know, could be funny. You could like to joke. Like, you're not stuffy at all. You're quite free-flowing. But I feel like there's something here where people are either thinking more deeply or pondering you. You're different. You're definitely different. And on the surface, there's something very lighthearted, sweet, funny, friendly, kind of youthful about you. But the more new people think about you, the more new people kind of analyze what you've said and what you've done, there's this feeling of, wow, this person is very smart. People really feel like you have your head on straight. It's a really interesting dynamic energy. There's something about you. I'll be honest, I don't think people just meet you and then forget about you. Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Wands. People can't really pin down how they view you. I'll be honest, it almost reminds me of that energy where it's like the way that you carry yourself, there's a spontaneity to it where you feel very natural, but people can't quite tell, are they like really smart, or did they just say smart things? Are they really so ambitious, or do good things just happen to them? People don't quite know. Are you just lucky? Are you just fortunate? Or are you really a very forward-moving, intelligent, strategic person? People can't quite figure it out. I like it. I think you keep people on their toes. And even reading through these cards, it took me a second to really figure it out. I don't think people can figure you out. I think they're impressed by you, but they don't quite know how deep your abilities, your talents go. Are you just lucky, or are you just really, really good? That's what I have for you, pal. Really interesting, very dynamic energy. Took me a second to figure you out. So I think a lot of people are in the same boat, but I like it. It's good. But it's definitely different. Unique. You stand out for sure. That's what I have for you, Pile 1. I do hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious. You can check out my Patreon if you want to see the exclusive version of this pick a card there. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you'd like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pile 2. So if you just a second, pile, then this is your reading on new people. How do they view you? Okay, so I'm seeing right away that people find you to be quite a trustworthy individual. They feel like you're easy to work with, you're very collaborative, very responsible. They feel like you can do a lot, like you're very talented with the World and the Ten of Wands and the Magician. The Two of Swords, there is a little bit of a feeling of you're not an open book. You're not super closed off, but you don't really seem like the kind of person who's going to share everything about your life, everything that's going on with you. People also feel like you are the kind of person who you just don't really want to burden others with all of the things that are happening in your life. You always present a very nice image. It doesn't necessarily feel like an image, but once again, these could be people who have a lot of people in their life who will like share all their business or complain about all the hard things that are going on in their life, and you just don't really do that. It always feels like upward and onward with you. Like if they're collaborating with you, if they're talking to you, it's about all the things that you can do together. Once again, very like positive energy. Very dynamic individual as well too. You seem quite confident, but friendly, fair, kind. But also reserved here with the Two of Swords. It might take you a second to really like warm up and really open up, but when you do, I feel like people are quite impressed by you. They find you to be a very impressive individual. You could seem worldly as well, or people could wonder about your background, something sort of exotic about you as well. Yeah, very interesting dynamics we're getting in today's reading, if I'm honest. We have the Queen of Cups, the Death and the Sun, and the King of Pentacles. Very warm, very kind, sort of a sunny individual. You could either be in a relationship, or it could just kind of seem like the kind of person who would make a really good partner. If you are in a relationship, yeah, people could see you and your partner as like being very well suited for each other. Very dynamic, very stable. But with the Death card, once again, sort of shy. The Hierophant, but wise. Maybe slightly traditional, but exciting. It's someone interesting, someone dynamic, balanced. People could find you to be a very like family-oriented individual, or can make that assumption. Like you get along really well with the people in your life. Or if people see you around family, see you around friends, there's this feeling of this is like a balanced individual. You don't really give me the energy of, say, like if you're at a family event, you're not just going to stay in the corner the whole time. You're not going to share everything and put everything out there. But there's a feeling of feeling quite comfortable around you. The Four of Swords with the Ten of Cups. Now, the Seven of Swords has been peeking out with the Ace of Cups. Okay. There's something about you that is slightly unreadable, though. Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. You could be the kind of person, too, where, you know, you'll be warm, you'll be friendly, but maybe after a while, it's like, okay, I need to take a second to myself. Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This has been a really strange Seven of Swords that's been coming out with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, what is this? I really want to figure out what this is. We're going to use the other deck. Yeah, we'll use the other deck to clarify this. Seven of Swords for pile 2. Because we got the Seven of Swords for pile 1, but it was in a really interesting way. 5 again. Okay. 5 of Swords with the 7 of Wands. Okay. The Temperance. Now, I don't know why this is coming through. I hope this makes sense for you. But there is kind of this feeling of, if something does bother you or if you aren't happy with something, you're not really going to make that readily apparent. Now, I'll say this. This is coming through kind of similarly to pile 1, but the way it came through was like, for pile 1, that 7 of Swords was like they wouldn't easily be riled up. Or if someone like wanted to like rile them up or kind of make them act out of pocket, it would be really difficult to do so. And there is this feeling of, and I don't know why this is coming through. I don't know if you're dealing with like petty people who are just messy, or I don't know. Do you ever like know those people who just like get a kick out of like making people like crash out? I know that's kind of been the phrase of the month, but a lot of the collective, like, you do not give me that energy at all. Or like if someone's ever been like kind of like backhanded to you, or like kind of tested the waters to see if they could like get you to switch up this kind of loving, stable energy that you have, there's this feeling like they can't do it. I'll be honest, and I don't know who this is, but you do give off this energy of like, I'm good. Like, how are you doing? Like, I'm good. Like, and I think that's your general energy. I think you have your challenges like everybody else, but there is this feeling of when people see you, especially new people, it's like, oh, like they seem happy. They seem content. And I don't know if these are people who are unhappy or people who are like not happy in their lives, but there is this questioning of like, are they as happy as they seem? I don't know why this is coming through this way, but I just gotta read it how I'm seeing it here. King of Pentacles. We'll go back to the original deck. But you seem very stable as well, successful. But even the way that I'm feeling the energy, I don't know why there's like this skeptical energy. People have been kind of in a funky vibe recently, I will say that. So if you're meeting new people, I feel like there's a lot of people who are in a very like cynical, funky energy right now. Let's get some more. Pile 2, how do new people view you? Knight of Wands. Page of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Someone charming, passionate, fast-moving. 8 of Cups. 2 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. You don't seem like, you kind of seem to exist above the fray a little bit. You give off this vibe of not being afraid to go your own way, not being afraid to walk away from things. I don't know. There's something about you where, I'll be honest, everyone, like the energy today has been kind of hard to read, because I think as you're moving through your life and kind of becoming your true self, you're becoming harder and harder to read for people. Like, it feels good, but I do feel like people are kind of confused. 7 of Cups as I split the deck. Thank you. I was like, and keep in mind, like, as an energy reader, when I pull these cards, I also feel the energy. And so sometimes readings will come through super clearly because the energy feels clear. But with new people who are meeting you, they are very confused. It doesn't, yeah. Like, they understand the good stuff, right? So they're like, okay, this person seems, quite nice, easy to talk to, quite wise, quite stable, fair. I don't think you ever say anything or do anything that like really makes people go, whoa. Like, it's very like, yeah, I like this person. But there's certain parts about you that are imperceptible or like confusing. The moon, like something very mysterious about you. And it seems to have to do with this 7 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Like, why does this person seem so happy? Why does this person seem so content? Why is this person so patient or friendly or kind? I don't know if there's people around you who are just like not the happiest people. Man, why am I seeing like, say if you're like out at a store talking to like a sales associate and you're like really nice to them and respectful or something bizarre, or like you're at dinner and you're like nice to the waiter or the waitress or something weird. Like, you're not weird, but these new people's energy is weird. 5 of Cups. Ooh, I don't know if you're meeting a lot of miserable people. 8 of Swords. Okay. I was like, can I figure out what this energy is exactly? That's why this energy is coming through so weird. Not because you're weird, but because some of the new people you're meeting are weird. With the Ace of Pentacles. I do think there's new people around you who are just not very happy in life right now. And you seem to be moving quite decisively here. I think you've healed a lot from the past and you're just like sailing forward with this Ace of Pentacles. And I'll be honest, I feel like there's a general feeling that you know, once again, you seem stable, balanced, someone once again that you'd be happy to bring home to your family. Like you dress well. You seem very appropriate. Both in terms of like your temperament, the way that you speak, what you do, just all feels very like good, like really good. But there's like people around you who just don't seem very happy with life. And there's this feeling of like, are they really happy? Are they really like Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, honestly, I just feel like you might be meeting a lot of people who don't really have that much direction in life or who don't really feel content or satisfied with their lives. And you seem like you know where you're going. And I think you are at this place now where you're excited about the future. You've kind of figured out where you're going in life. You're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort, and you're feeling the fruits of your labor. I think you are quite excited for life. I think also too, some of you could have been either raised quite well or you've learned how to really carry yourself in a really good manner. And I don't know if this is just standing out to a lot of people. I don't know, have you ever met those people who just have really good manners and some people will be like, oh, are they really like that? Or I'm imagining someone who has a really good vocabulary and uses big words, or someone who dresses really well. It's are they really actually like that? It's yeah. Or oh, this breaks my heart, but I see this all the time. And I personally, in my own, in the real world, I'm a very smiley person. People have always commented on that as well. You smile a lot. You seem really happy. And have you ever seen that where someone is just a happy individual and people are are they really like that? Why are they so happy? Why are they smiling? For some of you, it definitely could just be, God's love shining through you. I know that's the case for me and a lot of other people as well. But I feel like you're at this place right now where you're feeling really good about who you are and where you're going. And people see that, but it's kind of sad. I think a lot of new people can't understand what that's like. They can't understand what that's like to be yeah, this is what I'm doing in life, or I'm feeling really good about things, or I have a lot of hope for the future. I think a lot of new people just don't, they can't kind of believe that there's someone who actually feels good. It's really strange, but I'm seeing it kind of strongly here. I do feel there's people who get it though. I'm not even getting this feeling of people think you're fake. I'm not getting that with the Seven of Swords to the Ace of Cups. Because I feel a lot of people, honestly, are quite inspired by you. There's a lot of love for the fact that they have someone like this in their life, or they've met someone like this. Once again, I feel a lot of people are reacting to you very positively, honestly. Wow, I really like them. They seem nice. They seem friendly. I like the way they dress. I like the way they speak. But you do have new people who are kind of bewildered that someone seems either so stable, so intelligent. You're coming through really just as a genuinely happy, forward-moving, ambitious individual. And I just think some new people around you just can't relate to that. It's kind of weird, but I've seen it plenty of times. I'll give you guys an example. It's kind of random. But a little while ago, I was watching that Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders show on Netflix, and it was about these girls who were trying out to be the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And there was this one girl who was a Christian girl, and she was so like happy and bubbly and sweet. And there was plenty of people who were like, I just love her. Like, she seems so nice, so positive. She believes in herself. She believed she was going to make it on the team, and she did. She was really great. I think her name was Reese. But there's plenty of people who are like, ugh, it's weird that she's so like happy and that she believes in herself so much. Like, but I mean, honestly, if you're like a happy person who's moving forward in life and achieving things, people who don't get it are not going to get it. People who are not happy with themselves, people who don't believe in themselves, they're not going to get it. But I feel like a lot of people do. And I think a lot of people do admire you. It's not that they don't think that you're genuine. They're just like, can someone really be like that happy or that content or that optimistic about life? Yeah, I say you can. I am. So I get you, pile two. Ultimately, I feel like a lot of people do like you and they do see a lot of really nice qualities in you. But I honestly think your level of confidence and like contentedness is different for some people. I don't think there's that many people around you who really have people like this in their life. You are kind of like a bright light or a bright beacon. So keep shining your light. It looks beautiful. I feel like the people who get it. And the people who don't, I don't know. As they continue to see your progress, I think they'll start to understand. That's what I have for you, pile two. Honestly, a very nice energy. And I'm sorry if these energies have felt kind of roundabout. Once again, I'm getting this energy of the collective kind of not confusing people, but I feel like a lot of you are coming through in energies that people have never encountered before. So people don't fully know. You're not fitting into a box. I don't think anyone is fitting into a box right now. I think it's kind of confusing people. It's like people see you in a positive way, but it's also like, I've never met someone like this before, or someone this smart or ambitious or has this goal or has this energy, this vibe. And it's new to people. But anytime something new comes along, people are always kind of skeptical, right? So it's okay. Just continue being yourself. And I feel like it's really going to shine through. It's, once again, we're talking about new people and your energy is very new. But I think people get used to it and people will just realize like, yeah, this is just who pile two is. They're happy. They're optimistic. They're ready to move forward in life. I love having someone like this around me. It's a nice energy. That's what I have for you, pile two. So I do hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful. You can feel free to check out one of my other videos if you would like. You can check out one of the other piles. You can check out the Patreon that I have if you want to support me there or see the exclusive version of this picket card. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you'd like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile three. So if you chose the third pile, then this is your reading on new people. How do they view you? And I just have to say, the energy today has been like really hard to pin down. So I think a lot of people in the collective, honestly, you're either in like an energy that people don't see very often, the way that you're coming through, the way that you're acting, very unique. And I feel like it's taking people a while to really figure you out. It's not a bad thing, but it's definitely taking me a second to really be able to read your energy. But I kind of think it's a good thing. So pile three, right away, I'm getting a balanced energy from you. We have the Hierophant, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I'll be honest, if any of you are ambitious in any way, you have some goals or things that you're trying to achieve, there is this feeling from new people that you're kind of like destined either for greatness or just destined to achieve what you're pursuing here. You come off as a very unique individual, very lucky, very talented, very balanced as well. Two of Swords, you don't quite seem like a totally open book. And with the High Priestess, there's something mysterious about you. You also don't give the energy of someone who like overshares. Very balanced, once again. Someone who knows how to carry themselves with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. I think a lot of people in the collective have really mastered the art of showing up the way that you want to be seen. And I feel like you're being seen as a very fortunate, like lucky individual with the Wheel of Fortune. A little bit mysterious, almost like spiritual energy, sort of magical energy, if I'm honest. Let's get some more. Very attractive as well. People could find you very attractive. Eight of Wands, you're friendly, you're easy to talk to. But again, with this Tower, You also give me the energy. You might be the kind of person that you're like no one anyone's met before. So if people are meeting you, they genuinely feel like they've never met anyone like you. The Devil, the King of Cups, very attractive here. People could also see you as someone who could be a highly ambitious individual. So people feel like if you have something you're working on, something you're striving towards, you seem like the kind of person, if you want something, you're gonna go get it. It doesn't feel really that toxic, if I'm honest, with the King of Cups and the Chariot. It's sort of like you have the things that you love, or you have the things that you're passionate about, and you're gonna pursue them. This Devil honestly feels like, you know, those people who just are like, I'm just gonna put in the work, I'm gonna put in the hours, I'm gonna put myself out there. King of Wands, very confident individual as well. You're very attractive. Like, this is a very like sexy pile. But with the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups, I do think that you leave a good amount to the imagination. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Like, you don't, you're not showing everything. But there's something about either your face or the way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself, that people find very like, ooh, like, yeah, Two of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles and the Six. Very like successful person. I feel like when people meet you, they immediately see you as like a winner. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. You could be really good with your finances, or people could assume you're very good with your finances. Six of Wands that just flips into the challenge position with the Temperance. Let's get this Six of Wands. Three of Cups. Okay. Now, along with this Three of Cups and the Six of Wands, I feel like... Now, I don't know if this is people perceiving things that are happening around you, like if you meet new people. But people do wonder, oh my gosh, okay, it just popped into my head. I was like, how do I put this? Oh man, okay. So I am getting this feeling from some people of like wondering if it would be hard to be friends with you. And I'm going to explain it to you. You know when people say like really attractive people have a hard time with friendships, or people who are really successful, there's almost this feeling of like, if I were friends with them, like, or if I was close to them, like, I would just get jealous or something, or like, you're really smart. Wow, this energy, Five of Swords. People do kind of feel like if they like were close to you or were friends with you or something, like, oh my gosh, with the Three of Swords, I was like, is this for real? And once again, okay, it's kind of an extreme energy, because on one hand, I definitely feel like people have a lot of things about you that they really, really like. But you come off as a Two of Cups and the Emperor. So this is someone who's got a lot going on, who's got a lot going for themselves. And you know how people can be. Sometimes they get a little jelly or feel a little bit insecure. And you really, really come off like in a very... I mean, look at all these great cards. Like, you come off as a star. And I feel like people like you for sure. But there's also this feeling of like, they can't help but let a little bit of jealousy creep in. And that happens. That if you're going to be a successful person, like, that's just going to happen. But it's almost like people see you like as a winner, like big time. No matter what you're doing in life, no matter where you're going, like the way that you present yourself, the way that people perceive you is someone who's always making gains, someone who's always moving forward. If you have challenges in life, you don't advertise them. If you ever take a loss, people don't really know about it. And there is this feeling of like, gosh, I like spending time with them. Like, I like this person, but like, I'm kind of like jealous a little bit or something. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I think also, too, there is this feeling of... your energy seems to kind of hover in this realm of elevation. So... you get along with people. You seem quite easy to get along with, but there is also this feeling of like you probably only really have time for higher level energies. Like if you're going to be close to someone, if you're going to spend time with someone, if you're going to collaborate with someone, like it's going to be with people more on your level. And I don't even really feel like there's any sort of like financial tie to that or looks or anything like that. But you seem like someone who's moving up in life. And people just kind of assume that if you're going to be really close to someone, it's probably because they're also on that same trajectory. People definitely see you just as someone who's like an achiever here. 9 of Swords. And what is this? This is the Ace of Swords. King of Pentacles. And the Fool. And the 10. See, this is the energy that's been coming through for a lot of the collective. And it's not an unusual energy. This feels like very like par the course for people who are like, you know, I've got my dreams, I've got my ambitions, and I want to, you know, do something good with my life. Also, I think some of my neighbors over there are having like a party. It's Friday night. They sound like they're having a great time, but if you hear anything in the background, that's them. But we'll just kind of get through it because I want to get this reading done for you guys. But once again, for the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, I do feel like... You know when you see someone who looks really good or see someone who's achieving a lot of things and it just kind of sparks like anxiety or a feeling of inadequacy in some people? I'm kind of getting that. But once again, you don't come off as like, I'm so successful and I want to do all this. It's more like, yeah, like I got this going on and I'm so excited, you know, and I'm really happy to be able to have the opportunity to do this. It comes off very like, yeah. Like I got dreams, you know, I'm ambitious. Like, yeah, it doesn't come off as like, one movie I love is Whiplash. It's one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. And it's about this young guy who's obsessed with being a jazz musician. He's obsessed with being like the best drummer in the world. And he's very like intense about it. You know, he's like, I can't have friends. All I want to do is drum and become the best drummer in the world. You're not like that. Like, I feel like you're balanced, you have fun, you're fun to be around, you're lighthearted a lot of the time, but people kind of feel like your base mode of operating, like your factory setting is like way above other people. That's just what's coming through. It's like, I feel like you have goals or you have ambitions, you have talents, you either look really good or you're really smart. There's something about you where people feel like your standard of life is a lot higher than theirs, if that makes sense. Like, you ever just talk to those people who are super crazy smart? And they're not like acting like, oh yeah, I'm so smart. You can just tell they're extremely smart. Or people who are incredibly athletically talented. And it's like, oh yeah, I just got drafted for this team. Or, you know, I just beat this record. Or I'm going to the Olympics or something like that. And once again, it doesn't have to be something that extreme. It could just be like, oh yeah, like I just, you know, became manager. Or, you know, I'm running a 5K or something like that. There's something about you, and once again, maybe this is an energy you're moving into, but this is a very, very strong energy of someone who's got things going on in life. This could also just be an energy of you moving into this. So you saying, you know what, I have dreams, I have ambitions, I'm gonna pursue them. But the way that you go about it, you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm doing this, like I'm working on this. And people are kind of shook by it, but there's also this feeling of like, feeling a little bit not great about themselves or what they've got going on. And I think part of it is because, I'm not going to say you're casual about it, but with the Fool, like look at this Fool. This is kind of your vibe about everything that you're working on. And people can tell that you're serious about your dreams, your goals, like even just the way that you carry yourself, even if you're not telling people what you have going on, just the way that you look, the way that you carry yourself is like, oh, this is like you feel a little bit high up, if I'm honest. You feel kind of up there. I almost said King of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands here. Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. So once again, Queen of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles is someone like ambitious. Someone who is achieving great things in their life. But your energy around it is like the Knight of Wands. Just like, yeah, like I'm going after this position, or I'm starting my own business, or yeah, I go to the gym every day. Like, it's this energy of someone who naturally is just really, really good at life. Whatever your life looks like, whatever you're pursuing, it just comes naturally to you. Once again, this energy comes through quite a lot for the collective, but this kind of like Achilles energy, just kind of like this person who's just kind of a cut above the rest, honestly. But you're so used to it. You're so used to, going after your dreams, or you're so used to, setting standards or high goals for yourself that it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start my own business. Yeah, I'm gonna start working in the movie industry. Yeah, I'm gonna start working in the music industry. Yeah, I'm gonna go become a doctor or a lawyer. Oh, I'm gonna have a beautiful wedding, or I'm moving to this place, or I'm buying a house. Like, yeah, Ace of Wands, nothing to it. I do think some people are kind of dumbfounded by this, or once again, the way you just walk, the way that you talk. It's just like, I think you've really realized that whatever life you want, you can have it. I think for some of you, you've been in this vibe for a while. Like, you've been manifesting, you've been making things happen. God's been, really ordering your steps and showing you, like, have the confidence, put in the work, and I'll make it happen for you. But you have to realize, for a lot of people around you, some of the stuff that you've done or that you've accomplished is like, whoa. Even things, simple things like getting in a nice relationship, or getting a good job, or getting really fit. Like, there's a lot of people who truly feel like it's extremely difficult to do those things. And for a lot of you, you're realizing, like, with some faith, some work, some perseverance and patience, anything is possible. But just be aware that for some of you, you've been in this process for a minute, and other people are like, what? Like, they're doing that, or they've done that? Wow. But for you, it's kind of like, yeah, it's just another Tuesday. So I think a lot of new people are really, for a lot of the collective, new people are kind of, they've never met someone like you before, truly. And especially too, if you're working on your energy, you're elevating, there's not a whole lot of people who are like you. And that's really going to set you apart. It's really going to put you as a cut above the rest. And that's how new people see you, Pile 3. Wow, fabulous energy. That's what I have for you. I do hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious. You can check out my Patreon if you want to support me there and watch the exclusive version of this Pick a Card. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much. I'm like fired up by this energy. Your energy is rubbing off on me already, and it feels great. It feels like magic dust, Pile 3. Wonderful. That's what I have for you. So thank you so much. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.